Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, folks.
Welcome to the Q&A of the Kink Informed Certification Kick. Get your kick on with Sexual Health Alliance. We have Midori here to answer questions. We're really excited about this program. It's just to give general information. It's a 12-month, 1-year program where we have the live webinars every month plus case consultation and an additional guest webinar every month plus research, resources, different things that will be in the online modules. So lots of fun stuff. So Taylor, was there anything else we wanted to add to that piece?
Nope, I don't think so. Just taking some notes in the chat, so in case anybody misses that stuff.
Cool. All right. So Midori, want to introduce you. You are basically partnering with us and you are the international superstar of, I know that term is just the supernova. That term is just kind of like makes you want to hide, but you are the most knowledgeable person I know and the best person for this certification program. And we're so excited to have you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello.
This is time to have a conversation. So I'm not talking at us. I'm hoping to address the questions that you may have. Now, in terms of anything that's administrative, bureaucratic, policy, how to sign up, I refer to those people, wherever they are in the box that you are in. Okay, so I'm gonna share a bit from a personal perspective, and I think that relates to the origin story of this. I have been working in sexuality education since the mid-90s. Started learning about it in the early 90s. And I have been in the trenches doing work, quite literally putting my heart, body, and mind in line. I have, and for some of us who might remember the culture wars in the 90s, perhaps, okay, if you don't, I would suggest you look it up, because as part of your, as a sexuality helping professional, understanding the 80s and 90s culture wars as it affects our sex education today in North America is actually quite profound. And what was happening in the realm of politics is now affecting how people deal with shame, guilt, and attitudes and educational access. So look up culture wars. As somebody who's been through that, in a lot of ways, I literally put my neck on the line in terms of being out as a safer sex, smarter sex, and kink educator. Because technically I could have been arrested. It was illegal in a lot of places, what I was doing. Absolutely. Remember, DSM and how they dealt with kink and homosexuality. Think about that. So, I have been in the trenches teaching. However, you know that the mental health profession in general has not kept up with us in the reality of human sexuality. It's not even kept in track with the science. Just ask Dr. Laymiller on that. So, somebody like me and my colleagues have been doing our work without any certification, recognition, letters after our names, and people who are very out and doing the work oftentimes will not get hired by institutions. So there are a whole range of people, and many of you are like that as well, who may also, in the realm of your professional industry standard, in some way or another have to keep your kink knowledge hidden because there may be bias within your industry. And if you don't have a bias in your industry, I want you to have compassion for other professionals who do, because there's a lot at stake. However, okay, however, if we are able to change the culture in such a way that those with real knowledge and compassion and tools are recognized and are able to reach the people who need the help, we make change happen. And you may say that, why do I need a certification? I know this stuff already. Yeah, okay, you might know this stuff already, but who's going to recognize you for knowing that stuff? I've spent the time in my work being dismissed for not having that certification. Why did I not have certification? Because I chose not to work for an institution. And my colleagues who have worked with institutions, have in many ways had to alter their presentations or go between, be read between the lines, and not be able to be out about it. This is a time to, one, shift the culture. Two, to have your work and your knowledge recognized. Three, to bring all of us up to speed in terms of best practice currently, and also to connect each other, because this training program, this certification program, is not just about checking off the boxes and reading the things. It is also about introducing you to people who are working in these things and giving you the resource and personal contact. So it is about your knowledge, about your tools to help your clients and your demographics, your constituency, about changing a culture of helping professional mental health, about making our knowledge accessible to people who are seeking that, and to create better connection among all the various different professions that come under the helping professions and the Kink program might reach. So there's my pitch. And hey, got questions now?
Yeah, thanks so much, Midori. That was really wonderful to hear a little bit of a snapshot of what you see as the value in this program. I'm just going to go over really quickly general questions that we've gotten. This program is 100% online and is at your own pace. We do have those live webinars every month, but you don't have to attend them live. You can watch the recording later. So it is 100% online at your own pace. And the program is for professionals, therapists, educators, counselors, coaches, healers, anyone that's interested in engaging, anyone interested and that engage with kink, BDSM, or alternative sexuality. Our online platform includes articles, discussions, projects, media, and the once a month webinar with Midori will be a wonderful chance to have one-on-one interaction with her if you'd like. She will talk about a specific subject and topic and then open it up for cases as well. And then we have really amazing guest people who will be coming on, guest experts will be coming on and giving their knowledge as well. So yeah, let's open it up to questions.
I see we have one question in the chat from Christina. Their question is, how does this program differ from, excuse me, I'm so sorry. How does this program differ from your FTFM that will be in her neck of the woods this April?
Okay, great question. The short answer is FTFM is about the individual person who's personally invested in kink in your life. Kink is about the helping professional. All right. Can information from FTFM benefit your work as a professional and make your certification program easier? Yes, probably. Actually, yes, absolutely yes. Not a probably, yes. However, in FTFM, my assumption is you're there for yourself, and any helping professionals or anyone that may deal with kink in their life, whether therapists or sex workers, I ask them to leave it at the door. This is not about your work. And if you are a therapist, and y'all are the hardest ones when you come to FTFM, because it is so easy just to put the difficult work of the personal behind me. I'm here for my clients. No, no, no. We don't do that. So if you are a helping professional, you are there as yourself, your relationship, your heart, your exploration of power. Okay? On Kik, you don't need to be kinky at all. If you have personal insights, great. But it's about you being able to work with your clients. And so that's a big difference. Also, in Kik, much like a SAR, we're going to be covering topics that you might not like, that you may be ambivalent about, that you might not even come in contact with the demographics you deal with. Also, big difference. You get a certification over here, and over here in FTFM, well, you get a graduation certificate, but it doesn't count for anything for your work. You also get a cool mug from FTFM. You do not get a cool mug in, well, I don't know. Is there a cool mug for Kik?
I'm sure we'll have something cool.
Maybe there's a tote bag, but you don't get a cool mug. And yeah, in Kik, you will get association and a cohort of professionals. In FTFM, you'll belong to the FTFM Graduate Society. Different thing. Does that answer the question? Mug, no mug.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
it does.
so.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. The next question is, do you think this would be a good certification for a sex worker, or is it more for therapists? I put in the chat where absolutely, Sexual Health Alliance absolutely stands with sex workers, and we have several sex workers in our program as it is for the full certification program. We kind of started Sexual Health Alliance to be the most inclusive organization out there at that time, because we wanted to have those conversations with all professionals, not just therapists. So we have quite a few people who are educators, coaches, sex workers, all types of different professionals out there. But Midori, wanted to get your stance as well.
All right, I want to ask a question though. You know, I answer questions with questions often. I don't know, was I a rabbi in a past life? But as a sex worker, are you a helping professional? I bet you are. I bet you're dealing with heart and mind and soul and communication, misinformation that they come with, as well as the clients seeking some truth of themselves. So if you consider your work helping professional, and you don't even have to earn money for the helping profession that you are doing. I was a grassroots volunteer for years. So will it help your work? Whatever that is. Look, you might be, here's an actual example. My first bookkeeper and tax preparer, I actually found through friends who were exotic dancers and strippers, because he dealt specifically with sex workers and adjacent. And I fell into that really weird gray area. Somebody like that could probably use information on this, as well as out of personal curiosity. So there you go.
The other questions in the chat. Well, Susan had a comment. I'm an educator, not a therapist, and I'm extremely happy with these courses. I can't wait for the certification course. Yay. How does the week look like in Kik workload? What is the time commitment on average per month? That's a question from two people.
Okay, let's see, Heather, I'll need some help from
you. Yeah,
you
definitely.
Workload will depend on you as well, because it's structured more around a monthly structure as opposed to a weekly. Life is challenging, adulting is hard, commitments suck. So by looking at it at a month, chunk that we're hoping that you can pace it out that way. There's going to be sections that are pre-recorded videos from subject matter experts. There's going to be the live stuff. There's going to be some reading. The medium, the modality is as varied as we can be under an online environment.
Correct. Yeah. So we have a variety of modalities, as Midori was saying. There's videos, there's research, there's articles, assignments, all in the platform that we have. And part of the flexibility with it being 100% online is that you may do 3 hours of classwork one month and 0 the next month, and then catch up again the following month. So if you watch in our online live for the monthly, and you're also watching the live webinar, then you're committing 2 hours or 3 hours plus the coursework a month on average. But sometimes people will not do anything one month and then catch up and do it all at once and knock it all out the following month. So it really is up to you how much time you want to commit. We do recommend having a set time every month where you're going through some of the coursework so you don't get overwhelmed or too far behind. But even if you aren't done completely at the end of the 12 months, you will have some time after the course ends to catch up and to complete everything. We have a consensual non-monogamous certification course that's just ending right now, and we're giving everyone until January to complete all the coursework, so months and months after it's done. And we also, of course, as Midori said, life happens. So if you need extensions, we're here for you too.
Oh, I do want to add to this that I know that there'll be varying level of familiarity with kink with people taking the course. One thing I can guarantee is we will not cover everything ever about kink in 12 months. Absolutely cannot happen. Okay, so what will we be covering? We will be covering a broad range with specification towards helping professionals. And if you already are deeply into kink and personally familiar, we hope to give you some new perspectives. We also, and if you're already deeply familiar with kink, it gets you the certification to put onto your CV, which will help you out a lot, let me tell you. Okay? Because I wish I had that last 20 years. All right. So why not put your knowledge to use? Now, if you're not as acquainted with kink, great, we need more of you. We need people who are actively familiar. So we'll give you a solid basic on thing. Now, are you an overachiever? I hope you are, because you can take these, the basic requirements in each section and do more. You can read further. You can go down the rabbit hole. If you're like, I got this, I know this, then read some more. And if you read some more and research some more, add some more into it, you're going to add richness to the future KIC program. See where I'm getting at? More things to add to your expertise and recognition. All right? So overachievers, I'm calling on you.
Absolutely. We have another comment and question. Shane, thank you for your persistence in the community, Midori, so inspiring. I'm in the moment in the sexuality consulting program and have been hoping to find more content on anal health. Is this something falling under kink?
Okay, so we're not addressing anal as a category in itself, but however, we're going to have discussion sections, aren't we? Kind of a free-for-all.
Yes, we'll have that on the lives as well, so people can ask questions. Yeah.
So we will have a free-for-all, and we can get all sorts of up the butt during that. For those of you who don't know me, I'm rather salty with my language, so it's from being in the trenches and doing sex ed. I tend to speak colloquially because that's my population. Because speaking academically and scientifically to actual people who are shagging out there, doesn't work so well. But we will show up to the live discussions, and we can talk about it. There's also some really good resources out there that I'm sure the cohort group can share as well. Is there going to be a cohort group? This is to Heather. Is there going to be a cohort group list or something?
Absolutely. Yes, we'll have that.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So I am also betting that there will be collective wisdom and knowledge within the cohort group of people who are taking the certification, because I already know some of you all who are probably going to be in this, who have much wisdom and knowledge, and why not learn from that cohort group?
Absolutely. We have some incredible students already in Sexual Health Alliance. So no doubt we'll have just a wealth of knowledge. One of the other questions is, what is the difference between CEs or non-CE tracks? So we offer ASEC CEs if you're wanting to renew or work toward certification with ASEC. Now, if you are already in our certification program with Sexual Health Alliance, you will choose the non-CE track. You will also get a special discount on the whole entire certification program. So please make sure you are in your modules looking for that code, and feel free to use the email if you need it as well. The ASEC CEs track, there's a difference between if you want to show up live every month and want to get those specific type of live ASEC CEs, or you want to only get the CEs that are non-live. Taylor, can you help me out with that language? Is like asynchronous?
Asynchronous and synchronous.
Right. So you need both of them in order to get certified as a sex educator, a therapist, or counselor with ASECT. So we offer both of them in this program.
And speaking to the people to whom your industry or arena, the CE might not matter, it still can't hurt to have in your little bio, whatever your bio is, that trained, certified, blah, 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 right? Even if you may be in an industry where it's not seemingly relevant.
Yeah. And so to further clarify, synchronous is you're live and online real time. So so if you are showing up live every month, then you're getting that specific type of CE for those hours, and asynchronous is on your own. So you don't have to show up live to anything, and you will still get asynchronous CEs. I will note that if you choose to purchase the non-CE part of the course, or just the course in general, non-CEs, you will still become certified. So it's not like you have to buy the ASEC CE part to become certified as a kink informed person through Sexual Health Alliance.
I want to add something around, I get a little squiggly with the intro, and I'm really happy with it, but I want to be clear that I am not an absolute expert of everything kink at all. I am also relying on the wisdom of the people who will be in the room, as well as the amazing talent that I am inviting into the program. I'm going to be honest with you. I am completely cashing in on my personal social currency and leverage. You know, all those drinks and coffees I've had and all the late nights spent at leather events talking to people. I'm cashing in on that. And I'm asking people to show up. So I'm putting my social currency and personal currency online to get people who really know the things firsthand. So I'm not expert at all of it. I'm an expert at a small area, and I happen to have a big mouth and been talking for a long time.
That's what I really love about Midori, and we've loved working with her so much so far. And I will say that every single time I listen to Midori talk, I learn something new. And so, you know, I think that anyone who is a sex nerd, which I'm assuming if you are in this field, you are a sex nerd, you will find new information and will learn just a great wealth of knowledge. One other question from India, Goa. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Goa Vivek, did you want to unmute and ask a question?
Yeah, Vivek here. Thanks, Raspak. Hello, colorful people. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Hi SHA team and hi Midori. I follow your posts on Instagram and you're amazing, and that's why I'm here. So I just realized that I assume that most of you guys are pro, and I'm what you would call a late bloomer. I'm 50, and only recently have I started exploring kink, fetish, and yeah. So I'm a little on the fence over here because I don't know if I've been jumping like steps on the ladder and trying to do a course which seemingly kind of advanced. I don't know. Um, uh, uh, um, I mean, if you don't mind, I'd like to get in touch with you, maybe on Instagram, Midori, and like discuss this further, if that's okay. And yeah, because I live in India where anything kinky, fetishy, BDSM happens kind of underground, you and so I have been exploring a bit of late, and I'm kind of obsessed with kink. So I'm a music producer, entertainment industry, yeah. But this is my like yeah new passion, like life goal. So I wanted to like kind of educate people. Like I know there's a lot of kinky people out here, and I want people to discover their kinks and fetish because everybody has them, and uh, and I want them to not be fearful of them and to embrace them and use them as tools to for pleasure, joy, happiness, tools for learning, tools for healing, tools for creative expression. So I really I want to do these things, but I'm wondering whether I'm by joining this course, I'm I'm skipping a lot of learning steps. I don't know. I don't know
So
how to frame this.
I just want to tell you that I am 51 years old. My day job is I'm an engineer. I'm not a therapist. I don't understand sometimes. I had to Google modalities. So I think that coming from a different background than being a therapist brings an enlightenment to this. And as a not a therapist, I found it wonderful and educational and really helps me to bring it to others as well. So I don't think it would be too much just if you're not a therapist or later in life, because a lot of folks are entering it at this point. My
Thank you.
sense. Mhm.
Thank you, Susan. Uh, uh, I would also like to a couple of things. Um, I'm happy to discuss this, although it would be easier for me if we could do this by email that also includes the organization as to I like to keep my Instagram more personal and like chatty, and I want to be able to also include the administrators so they can give you like the boring details. I don't do the boring stuff. That's what they do. Thank God. Also, yay for coming into your discovery, and I am so thrilled that you want to share this because I come from Japan where it's like pervy as hell, but has also a lot of different kinds of sexual hangups, right? Sexuality education is not good there. It's very interesting when I go back to Japan where it's really pervy and I have to explain safe words in my classes. So what you are doing by coming into where you're at and gaining clear, balanced, practical, realistic, and humane information. One, because this is your new discovery, you don't have bad habits and you have not been tainted by some of the bias that those of us who've been around for a while. Also, two, because of your own journey, you will be more relatable to the people that you're trying to influence and educate. You know, people look at somebody like me going, oh, sure, she's been kinky since she was a kid. And they're like, I don't know how to do that. People will be able to relate to you. All right. Also, there's no test. You don't have to pass a test. It is designed with a richness of information. You will get what you will get. You finish the course, the exercises and the homework and the resources are, you will absorb what you need to. For those who are in deep as, say, like a therapist and already working in sex therapy and all of that, they will get the nuances and the resources they need for their clients. You will get what you need for your demographics, which are people who know less than you do. So all you need to do is stick with it, finish it, absorb what you will. And the nature of education is, and I've actually been in a different arena, I've been dealing with this. You can struggle through a program, feel like you're not getting anything. You'll finish it, and then like 6 months later, you'll be saying the words that you struggled with. It'll click into place. Your brain will get it, even as your conscious forethought will resist that it's been absorbed. What do you think, Vivek?
That's true. I was wondering whether, how is certification going to help me, in a country like India, though I travel quite a bit. I like to travel around the world. And I realized that maybe it would help me gain trust, a certification from, so, yeah.
All right, let me put it this way. All right, if you were like average person out there and somebody's offering information and you go into their bio and the bio essentially says, oh, I've been going to nightclubs and having freaky sex and I want to share what I know with you, which is what my bio looked like for a while, versus here's the education foundation that I have. Yes, I'm personally interested. Here's the journey that I've had and struggled, and I have been educated through.
Yeah. My partner and I, I'm in a kind of a DS relationship with somebody, and we were planning to actually start a few underground workshops, get people, just find out if people are interested, start a little community. And we were talking about but how are we going to get people to trust us? So yeah, I guess.
Years ago, I had a personal trip for a friend's wedding to Bangalore, and I put out a little note in FetLife to see is there anyone out there who's kinky, and no one wanted to meet in public. Everybody wanted to meet in secret.
Yeah.
It was very enlightening.
Hopefully that's going to change.
Hey, and you're going to make it happen, right?
See, yeah, go as pretty a little easier that way. Yeah. Thank you
so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much for your question and vulnerability and talking about kind of experience and kind of what will you get out of this and what will you walk away with. Another question from Chanda. Will we be able to say we have mentored under Midori when the program is completed, or is there another way to be listed? Absolutely, I would say yes. You'll be able to say that you are a kink-informed certified provider through the Sexual Health Alliance and with Midori. Mentored by Midori, under Midori, whatever. I think Midori can handle that piece.
I'm going to... if you are going to cite that, please be clear that it's about your certification training, because depending on the subculture, when you say mentored, it means something different. So professionally and academically mentored, yes. And also, as I will be heading towards sex education certification supervisory role in the future.
Yes. Midori's hanging out with Sexual Health Alliance, getting in bed with us, all the best.
So, and under those conditions, absolutely. And that would be a case of professional mentorship. I do want to separate out the personal and the professional, because when people out there say they've been trained and mentored in capacity of their personal kink, that is something that you would need to check in with me personally before you can publicly say that. And that's personal and professional ethics. In terms of finish this course, yeah, you can say that.
All right, I think we just have time for maybe a couple more questions. So if anyone just really has a question they really wanted to ask, please speak up or forever hold your peace.
Well, maybe not forever, but at least for this session.
You'll be able to email us. Good stuff. Any other questions? Oh, we have one. Is there a lot of people that have signed up already? What are the average amounts of people in these classes? That's a great question. Yes, there have been many people who have signed up already. We still have a couple of weeks before everything starts. Whenever we get on live, typically not everyone shows up. So the typical amount of people in the live classes can be anywhere from 10 to 20 people, I think. Taylor, correct me if I'm wrong, that's previous classes. Now with this Kink Inform certification, it might be more, but it definitely won't be, too many people where you won't be able to ask your questions or be heard or anything like that. Another question, which program to sign up with for CEs or not? So if you want to take this and go toward ASEC certification, you need CEs. If you don't, and you just want to be a certified kink informed person through Sexual Health Alliance, then you do not need CEs. Any more questions before we end? All right. Well, this has been super informative. And I see in the chat, everyone saying, yay, welcome, excited for this course, already registered, looking forward to it. Lots of people excited. If you have any other questions, please shoot us an email. Taylor can give that information as far as our email address. And if you have any other questions for Midori, please just email us through the SHA certifications Gmail that Taylor's about to give. It's also in the chat, so you'll have it there. But Taylor, if you want to just read it out loud real quick, I think that will be helpful.
Yes, it is shawcertifications@gmail.com, and it's in the chat.
Awesome. All right. Anything else, Midori, you would like to say before we close?
Well, I'm really excited. This is finally happening. It's about time.
Yeah, we're super excited too. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Yay, bye.
See you soon.